I'm not quitting, if that's what you thought from the thumbnail and the title. Sorry for the clickbait. But it allows us to talk about the difference between quitting and giving up. Be it your hobby, be it your passion, or be it the direction you thought you were going in your life. Let's explore this, shall we? In my book, quitting and giving up is not the same thing. Quitting is basically taking a step back and allowing yourself to catch a breather, gather your forces, so to speak. It's more of a tactical retreat than a surrender in the very heavy-handed metaphor that I'm using of pursuing one's passion. Quitting can be done for any given reason at any given point, and as long as you return to your craft, your passion, or your goal, it's not really the end. But giving up is very much a different beast altogether. That is packing up, ending it all, and maybe potentially, depending on your own individual point of view or life, dabbling in whatever passion you used to have for fun, recreationally, or an extremely reduced version of what you originally set out to do. So let's look at a few reasons why you might want to consider quitting or giving up. We will be positive about this in the end, I promise. So, stick around for that. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. I promise we will be motivating at the end of this. But right now we will look at the virtues or good reasons for quitting slash giving up. The first thing that usually goes out of the window when you are pursuing a passion is the fun. Sure, you can say that, if you're truly passionate about something, it will never stop being fun, but anyone who has tried to pursue their passion in order to achieve their dream knows that that is not true. The first thing you lose is the fun. Sure, there are nuggets of fun here and there, but in the grand scheme of things, there will be more stressful moments, there will be more demoralizing moments, there will be more difficult moments that you have to handle, or at least those are the moments that you will focus on, because those are the roadblocks that we will all face while pursuing our dreams through the medium of our passions. Have you stopped having fun? This is the first warning sign that you might want to consider taking a break, which in this case would be quitting and then returning to it. Giving up, like we said, completely different thing. We're getting to that. We're getting to that in the end. Your relationships. When pursuing your passion, pursuing your dream, pursuing your projects and your aspirations, your relationships will suffer. That is just how it is. You have to trade in time from something, from your work, from your studies, from the things that are allowing you to pursue your passion. And most of the time it's not going to be your job. We need to eat. Unless you're lucky enough to have found something that you wish to pursue when you are in high school or younger, and you're still living with your parents and you have the freedom, the financial freedom to pursue your passions recklessly, at which point go for it. Don't give up. If you are young and you have found your passion, go for it. But accept the fact that your relationships will suffer. Friends, significant others, family. You will, during certain times, not prioritize them. When this starts to happen, you need to reel it back in. You need to prioritize your relationships, but you also need to objectively assess which relationships you want to actually work for. And your core relationships, let's call them that, your core relationships, your most important friends, your significant other, and your, most important family, these people that we want to dedicate time to, that we want to dedicate energy to, that we want to make sure we are able to live our lives with. When these relationships start to suffer from our single-minded pursuit of our passions, it's time to reel it back in. And if we're not having fun, and if our most important relationships are suffering, we might consider taking a break. Responsibilities is the third. We will still pay bills. We will still do, the bare minimum to keep the wheels running while, while pursuing our passions, because I still go to my job. I still work, you know, a 9 to 5 or an 8 to 4 in my case, and I'm pretty good at it. I'm pretty decent at it, but I could probably be a lot better in my chosen profession if I didn't want to make some sort of YouTube streamer thing happen. That's just how it is. But I'm not slipping. If my streaming slash YouTubing makes my job slip, which in turn will make it harder for me to pay my bills, which in turn will make it harder for me to fulfill my responsibilities as a human being to the society around me at large and to my significant other, for example, then you really have to consider what is going on here, because we are starting to rack up some terrible scores against us on the board. We're not having fun. We are not taking care of our most important relationships, and we are throwing our responsibilities out of the window. We are not in taking a pause territory anymore. We are in quitting for a pretty damn long time territory in order to rebuild trust, refine the fun factor, and in order to make sure that we don't get fired and have to set, you know, our let's call it the backup career, our plan B, several years. And finally, if your passion is starting to hurt, if your passion is running out, if the main driver that will allow you to push through not having fun anymore, that will allow you to forgo sleep in order to take care of your relationships, that will allow you to over caffeinate yourself in order to tend to your responsibilities at work and and in your spare time, if your passion starts to wane, if that unmeasurable power that comes from being motivated for something you are truly passionate about, something you dream about, something you would give everything, you know, except your core relationships. Let's be honest, never give up on your core relationships. Those are the most important things in your life. But if that passion starts to wane, I would personally say that it is completely fair to give up. That is not you giving up on something. That is your personal growth showing you, telling you that you had a good run, but it's time to find something else. And do not fall for the sunken cost fallacy of thinking that you have dedicated 5 years, 8 years, 10 years to this passion that is now gone. And in order to make those 10 years worth it, you have to make it to some sort of milestone. That is not how it works. That is not how it works at all. You can find a new passion, a new milestone, a different way of interpreting your personal success metric for whatever your passion is. And many will call that giving up. Many will call the prospective dancer that ends up as a dancing teacher someone who gave up on their dreams. And I would say no. They just found their personal variation of that dream that would allow them to maintain their passion, their most important relationships. And let's not forget about the fun. And in many ways, they're making their passion into some sort of responsibility, which is kind of what we all want. And finally, in order to summarize this whole giving up, quitting thing, if you're not having fun, if your relationships are suffering, if you are slipping in your responsibilities, and if your passion is waning, take good stock of what you're doing. Look at yourself, look at what you are trying to achieve, and maybe consider flat out stopping. And if that sounds too extreme for you, adjust and behave accordingly, because nothing's worth dying for when you want to achieve your personal dream. But the dream can still be saved, as long as you make sure to nurture your passion, nurture your fun, nurture your relationship, and, you know, take care of the responsibilities. They're not going anywhere, and you're severely going to regret not taking care of them. Now let's take it the other way around. You are passionate about something. You want to make something happen. You want to build something, create something, inspire something. You have a dream. These dreams, this dream, this project, this passion of yours will enable you to be a responsible human being in the lives of those close to you, in your own life, and it will allow you to nurture your relationships, and it will allow you to have fun. If this is what you have, is this dream, this passion of yours, this idea that your life will get better if you can only make it over that hill. If that is what you have, you do not ever give up, my friend. You put one foot in front of the other, and you make sure that you do not give up on that passion project, on that dream, of that vision that you have of yourself in the future. You never give up on that in a million years. Because I will be over that hill, cheering you on and giving you a well-deserved hug when we get there together. My name is Septeques, my friends, and I will see you all later. Stay kind, stay amazing, stay fantastic. Goodbye.